Well, the next one's the schedule. Because how many classes do you actually need? I told you what I want for my instructors and I want for myself. I mean, your square footage on your floor divided by 40 is how many students should be in every class. So if you got 1,000 square feet, I don't know what your floor space is. If you got 2,000 or if you got 5,000, divide that by 40. That's how many students should be in every class. For that class to feel like, man, everybody in the whole state's training, like your school used to be. Every bag was full. Sometimes every bag had 2 people on it in your school. Okay? That's what I have to have. But some of you have a class with 60, some with 12, some with 6, some with 20. I'm not going to run that schedule like that. I want every class to be at my maximum capacity. So someone tell me, take your square footage on your floor, divide it by 40. How many students would that be? How many? 100 students on your floor. How many classes have 100? You're inefficient. I'm sorry, you're inefficient. How many, if you only have 100 students, I just need 2 classes a week. The problem is we overteach and undertake care of our people. We overteach and undermarket. We overteach and under-retain our people. And I know this one is hard to believe. There's no reason I'm trying to do $1 million in 1,800 square feet with only 16 training stations on the floor. I don't have dots on the floor, spots on the floor. I have training stations. Oh, excuse me, there was 18 training stations on the floor. And I'm trying to fill that up. And I'd like to have 100 students divided by 18. Somebody tell me quickly. I got 18 dots. So I've got enough space. That's how much space I need. So how many can you put on the floor? You said 100. If I don't, it's empty. And I don't need that much space. So, well, I'll just hold 2 classes. Same thing. What's your total student body? You got 500, the average person may, not after school, but how many people that are not after school? You have 200, 250. If they each came twice, I need 500 workouts, right? 500 workouts this week because they each came in twice. So if I need 40 students to max out my floor, I take 500 workouts divided by 40. Please do the math with me for your school. And you're teaching way too much. You're teaching your sacred cow is stopping you from having filet tonight. Your sacred cow. So if your average student comes twice, what's the number? How many classes do you really need to teach? Let me just do it for you. Can you see this? Let me be real simple. I'm trying to build a school that only has 100 students. They each come twice. That's 200. That school handles 20 people. How many classes do I need? I got 200 workouts. The floor will handle 20 people maximize. How many classes do I need? 10. Pretty simple, right? 10. That's all I need to do $1 million. And I might add 2 more for fun. Now, I really only need 2 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, if I decide to teach on those days at all. The problem is we teach too much because we think more is better. We think more chances for them to, but what really happens is they test, they change rank, and now you say, I'm sorry, Mom, you can't bring him to that hour anymore. Now he's got to go over here. He's got to come at 7 o'clock or 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. So you made people quit because you changed their schedule. The hardest thing for a mom to do is get on a schedule and get the kids ready for 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock every day. And now the kid does really good, so now you got to come at 7. Because the last thing, your curriculum sucks. Because you think they have to have something new. That's what you believe. They got to have something brand new because this is totally different than this. And it's not. It's just not. So I know that's why I told Master Reed I'm going to slay the sacred cows. You just might be doing it old style and not future style. So I only need 10 classes. What if I can teach 10 classes a week and do this number? You think that instructor is pretty happy? Since my student staff makes about 30 to 35% of the gross. If you can't duplicate your school, that means you got too many systems. It's too hard to duplicate. I've got to duplicate it very simply. Because I'm trying to create instructors that make $100,000 plus a month. That's all my job is. create instructors to make 100,000 plus. Your job may be to have a big school, or to have 1,000 students, or some of you build world champions, or you think more students means more money. It doesn't necessarily. I mean, between Master Von Spelling and I, we have 60 schools doing the same program. We do about 28 million. Our life hasn't changed since we were doing 10. My life's still the same. We still have total freedom. Nothing changed, but now we have instructors that make money. So understand this. When you know this number, you can determine what I'm going to teach you tomorrow night. The last sacred cow is your curriculum. You're in love with your own bullshit. Everybody is. Not only you. Everybody is. No, we do Taekwondo. No, we do Jiu-Jitsu. No, we do Krav Maga. No, we do Kempo. No, we do Kung Fu. None of that shit matters. None of it matters. What matters is it easy to teach and easy to learn? Can I make my black belt soon enough that I want more? Can I make my black belt soon enough? So I have a 52-week rotation for color belts and a 5-year rotation for black belt curriculum. I believe that I can do your numbers in a much smaller space, much less class, and much less work. I do spend about $50 a day on my Facebook marketing. Facebook, Instagram, everything else. I had better results than anybody paying somebody to do marketing. I had much better results at $50 than $25. Why? I don't know. It's just much better results. I don't know if Facebook gives you a better position or whatever. At $50, I have all the students I need. I have somebody that calls all the students. I don't have the instructors call. You know why I don't have the instructors call? I don't like to call. I don't have the instructors set appointments because I don't like that. I want them to teach, have fun, and motivate people to change their lives. So I know have I killed all of the cows so far? Not really. I haven't killed them, but at least I made you aware that these cows don't need to be walking in the street. They don't need to be. And it is peer pressure from dead people. I promise you right away.